People call Roberta Little to the witness stand.
Before that witness takes the stand, I want to be clear about the item. You mentioned there's 8 pieces of evidence. Are any of those pre-admitted by the parties, subject to stipulation?
Your Honor, we have no intent on pre-admitting them before this examination.
Okay, proceed. All witnesses are presumed sworn. You may proceed, Mr. Parker.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Could you please introduce yourself to the jury?
Good afternoon. My name is Roberta Little.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a special agent for the FBI. I specialize in the prevention and investigation of bank robberies.
Do you have any specific training with the FBI?
Yes, sir.
And what training was that?
I underwent a 20-week training program in Quantico, Virginia.
How much experience do you have investigating bank robberies?
I've investigated 176 bank robberies, sir.
At this time, Your Honor, the people would like to tender this witness as an expert in the field of bank robbery investigation.
The defense does have objections to this, Your Honor, as it's unnecessary to tender Agent Little as an expert. There's not going to be any technical or expertise information that she's going to be testifying to today.
Mr. Parker.
Yes, Your Honor. Under 702, a witness can be tendered if they have one of 5 things: experience, knowledge, skill, education, and training. This witness has just testified that she has experience and training. Moreover, she will testify to technical knowledge, such as the bank security measures the robbers avoided and how that led her to the conclusion of who the robbers likely were.
Okay. I don't yet know, of course, whether Ms. Jones is correct that this is a moot exercise, because I don't know what testimony is going to be offered, but I do think they have met the threshold requirements under Rule 702 to tender this expert. You can proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Agent Little, did you investigate any bank robberies here in Roma in 2014?
Yes, sir.
And on what days did those robberies occur?
There were 2, sir. One on August 29, 2014, September 9, 2014.
Could you tell the jury what banks were targeted in those robberies?
Coliseum National Bank.
How did you learn about the specifics of these 2 robberies?
I was brought down from my base in San Francisco to Roma, California, for the sole purpose of investigating these bank robberies.
Did you interview eyewitnesses at the crime scenes?
Yes, sir.
Did you review security footage?
Absolutely, sir.
And what, if anything, was taken on these 2 days?
On August 29th, $9,500 in cash was stolen. On September 9th, $11,000 cash.
Now, I want to focus in on August 29th first. Were the robbers wearing anything distinctive that day?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Trench coats, hoods, blue masks, gloves.
And did the robbers make any threats on August 29th?
Yes, sir. They did.
And how did the robbers escape that day?
In a black Chevrolet Impala.
Moving on to the September 9th robbery you were talking about, what time did you first receive a report that there was some commotion?
12:06 p.m., sir.
And did you learn if the robbers were wearing anything distinctive that day?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
Trench coat, hoods, blue masks, gloves.
And did your investigation reveal whether threats were made on September 9th?
Yes, sir. Same exact threats.
And did both robbers escape that day?
No, sir.
What happened to prevent the escape of both robbers?
One of the eyewitnesses on the scene told me that as robbers were fleeing, the security guard shot the first robber in the back.
Were you able to identify who this robber was who was shot?
Yes, sir.
And who was it?
Male, Caucasian, 28 years of age, Kyle, sir.
By what method did the other robber escape?
Black Chevrolet Impala, same license plate, Dex 318.
And Agent, were you ever able to identify who the robber was who escaped on both August 29th and September 9th?
Yes, sir.
And who was that?
Jerry Powell.
Is Miss Powell here in court today?
She is, sir.
Could you please identify her for the record?
Miss Powell is sitting at the end of the table, black hair, peach blouse.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that Agent Little has identified the defendant in this case as Jerry Powell.
Record will so reflect.
Now, Agent, I want to talk about some of the physical evidence at the scene of the crime. Did you find a cellular device on Mr. Sayre's body?
Yes, sir, I did.
And who was the most recent text message from on that device?
Jerry Powell, sir.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that I'm handing opposing counsel a copy of what has been marked as Exhibit 5.
Your Honor, record will so reflect.
Would Your Honor like a copy?
Please.
Permission to approach the witness?
Yes.
Agent, I'm now handing you what has been marked as Exhibit 5. Do you recognize it?
Yes, sir, I do.
And what is it?
It's the text message I found on Kyle Sir's phone, excuse me.
And to the best of your knowledge, is that a fair and accurate depiction?
Yes, sir.
At this time, Your Honor, the people would like to offer Exhibit 5 into evidence.
No objections.
Admitted.
Agent, when you found Mr. Sayre's body, was he still wearing the blue mask you were describing earlier?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that I'm handing opposing counsel a copy of Exhibit 2. A copy for Your Honor. Permission to approach the witness.
Granted.
Agent, I'm now handing you what has been marked as Exhibit 2. Do you recognize this?
Yes, sir, I do.
What is it?
This is the mask that I found on the deceased body of Kyle Sir on September 9th.
All right, to the best of your knowledge, is that a fair and accurate depiction of that mask?
Yes, sir.
All right, at this time, Your Honor, the people would like to offer Exhibit 2 into evidence.
No objections.
Admitted.
Agent, in your investigation, did you ever find another similar mask?
Yes, sir, I did.
Where did you find this similar mask?
24 Bryant Drive, the home of the defendant.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that I'm showing opposing counsel what has been marked as Exhibit 7. Would Your Honor like to examine it?
Fine.
Permission to approach the witness?
Yes.
Agent, I'm now handing you what has been marked as Exhibit 7. Do you recognize it?
Yes, sir, I do.
And what is that?
This is the mask that I found in Jerry Powell's closet.
And at this time, Your Honor, the people would like to offer Exhibit 7 into evidence.
Ms. Jones.
No objections, Your Honor.
Received.
And Agent, to the best of your knowledge, was the FBI able to perform a forensics analysis of that mask?
Yes, sir, we were.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that I'm handing opposing counsel a copy of Exhibit 6. A copy for Your Honor. Permission to approach?
Yes.
Agent, I'm now handing you what has been marked as Exhibit 6. Do you recognize it?
Yes, sir. This is the report made by Agent Eric D. Mackey.
At this time, Your Honor, the people would like to offer this exhibit into evidence as its admissibility has been stipulated.
Yeah, subject to stipulation 2, this is admitted.
Now, Agent, according to that forensics report, were any fingerprints found in the mask from the defendant's apartment?
Yes, sir. 2 prints. Right index, right thumb.
And who did those fingerprints match?
1 person, sir. Jerry Powell.
Agent, in Ms. Powell's apartment, did you find any evidence to suggest that Ms. Powell had recently received a large amount of money?
Yes, sir, we did.
Could you please describe that to the jury?
We found a 60-inch flat-screen TV, a brand new stereo system, 2 Rolex watches valued at approximately $5,000 each, 20 bottles of wine at about $100 each.
Agent, I want to take a step back. Did these robberies here in Roma seem similar to any robberies you've investigated previously?
Yes, sir.
Could you really briefly describe to the jury what those previous robberies were?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance as to the previous robberies.
Your Honor, if I may make an offer of proof, this witness will testify.
Yes, you may make an offer of proof.
Yes, Your Honor. This witness will testify that she previously investigated 16 robberies in the Bay Area that were almost identical to the robberies here in Roma. The people intend to show that the pattern of those robberies also matches the pattern of the defendant and Kyle Sayers' movement and the defendant's employment, and therefore it's relevant to show the identity of the robbers in this case.
Response?
Yes, Your Honor. The 16 robberies in question contained no evidence. There's no evidence linking my client to those 16 robberies. She's only on trial for the 2 robberies that occurred in Roma, California. Bringing any evidence of these 16 robberies without any evidence pointing to my client is much more prejudicial than it is probative.
Mr. Parker's saying that he can link those previous robberies to the 2 that are charged here. How do you respond?
Your Honor, besides the similarity in the fact pattern, there's no evidence linking my client to those crimes.
Is that correct?
Your Honor, there's no direct evidence linking specific robbers other than Kyle Sayers on September 9th to any of the crime scenes. Therefore, the similar nature of the crimes and the similar knowledge used to commit the 2 crimes does link them.
So, let me put it this way. Is there anything linking the 2 sets of crimes, or rather the defendant to the first set of crimes in another location, other than the similarity of the crimes?
Yes, Your Honor, the defendant's residential and employment history. It matched golden federal robberies back in 2007 to 2009, and it also matched the Coliseum Bank robberies here in Roma in 2014.
Response?
Your Honor, I maintain that this is not relevant, as the similarities between the 2 robberies don't go to show whether or not Ms. Powell committed the 2 robberies that she's on trial for today. It just serves to prejudice the jury against my client.
The relevance objection is overruled. The prejudicial objection is granted.
Move to strike the answer given.
I don't think there has an answer.
Move to strike any testimony about the 16 robberies.
Jurors, I don't believe there was any testimony regarding any robberies other than the 2 that are charged, but if you heard that, you need to ignore that and not take that into account when it comes time to render your verdict.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Agent, in your expert opinion, did the robbers in the Roma robberies display knowledge of bank security systems?
Yes, sir.
And what was that knowledge?
It was someone on the inside, someone who worked at Coliseum National Bank.
Thank you, Agent. Your Honor, I have no further questions at this time.